and welcome to this video with me, Wayne, from SwimCycleRunning.com. Well, we're going to do an unboxing today. I bought myself a new pair of Nike Free 3s, and that's what's in this box. They've come direct from Wiggle. Excellent service as always, arrived the next day. What's going to be in the box and how will they compare to my existing Nike Free runners that I bought about 3 years ago in America and I've absolutely loved. Okay, so here we go. Let's unwrap the box. Well, they're very pretty. You don't quite realise that that's going to be quite as pink as it is, do you? Okay, let's take the stuffing inside out. Get rid of the box and have a look at the shoes themselves. Well, immediately I can see a couple of changes from the originals, and the originals, as you can see, are tongueless, and I've used these for racing. In fact, I raced in these in Blenheim just over a week ago. And these are tongueless, and they can be quite difficult to get into if you're trying to race in them. You've got to make sure you've got them completely open. But I've enjoyed racing them, so that's the first thing. These actually have a tongue. Very soft on the inside. I notice immediately too that they have a mesh outer, which the originals don't. They're more solid on the outer. I assume that is going to allow your feet to breathe slightly more than they did in the original. What I've really liked about the Nike Free runners is they make your foot feel really free, but they also have a springiness in them that makes you feel like you're sort of running on air. And I'm hoping that the new ones are just as good as the old ones, or potentially even better. Now the bottom of the shoes looks slightly different. In the front we have these Kevlar pieces that are reinforced. That's now exactly the same as the old ones. We have a slightly different format in the squares that we have, but the real difference comes, apart from this looking wider than this slightly, we'll see if that's true or not, is in the medial posting. We've got a straight medial posting here, where we've got a curved medial posting on that one, and presumably that's because Nike found a difference for some reason. In the rear foot we have a centre column here, and that's much more spread on the new shoe, and the Kevlar portions at the back extend further down on the new shoe. But to see if we actually do have a wider forefoot or not, let's just measure that. Measure it across a measurable bit, so we're looking at 10.5. Make sure that's straight. A bit further, 10.6 thereabouts. Take it from the same place here, and we have 10. So we have a wider forefoot box in the old shoe than the new shoe. Just to check underneath at its widest point, we have 11.8 centimetres, and the new one at its widest point, which is probably there, we have 11.5 centimetres. So once again, there's a difference in width on that. In terms of height of the forefoot, we're just taking the sole here. We're looking at slightly further back. We'll take it roughly over the forefoot, strike the ball of the foot, and we're looking at 1.6 centimetres. Now on the old ones, obviously these nodules have disintegrated to some extent, but we're looking at 1.9 centimetres, so it's a higher forefoot on the old one. And we'll look at the rear foot and take it right by the rear nodule, 2.8 centimetres there, and 2.5 centimetres at the back. So we still appear to have on this something like a 10 millimeter drop. 10 centimeters would be high, wouldn't it? Okay, no, less than that. 1.6 to 1.7. So we have about a 0.9 of centimeter drop from front to back, whereas this is definitely at least a 10 millimeter drop. Okay, they look very nice and new, very pink laces. Now, if I was racing in these, I'd clearly have to have elastic laces or similar things that controlled the laces. So I wouldn't want to do that if I was racing, would I? You just want to put your feet in and away you go. And I must say the first impression is that they really do fit glove-like around your feet. Slightly tighter in the forefoot box than the old shoes, but the old shoes, I say, might well have stretched, but I can never remember them being quite as snug as these. These, as I say, are very glove-like. The flexibility in the shoe can't be questioned. And they feel incredibly comfortable. So that's my first impressions of this shoe as I'm putting them on. They feel lovely. Let's hope they are. Okay, so let's just have a quick update on the shoes themselves. Last night I did a brick turbo session, which is turbo, run, then a little bit more turbo, then a little bit more run. And the shoes were great. Obviously I haven't got elastic laces and we're getting in the shoes. Slightly more difficult to get in than just the round, but I imagine when I've got elastic laces in, that won't be the case, because I obviously had to tie them up. But they were very comfortable. They certainly are more snug than the originals. They fit tighter around the front foot box. But my legs were tired obviously from the turbo, and I ran in them pretty well. I'll keep you informed, but so far I'm very pleased with the new shoes.